Hi all, welcome to Geeks for Geeks. My name is Nitin Kaplas. Let's talk about today's problem. A problem name is minimum cost to make two string identical. Let's read the question first. Our question said we are given a two strings x and y and two values cost x and cost y. The task is to find the minimum cost required to make the given two string identical. You can delete character from both of the string. The cost of deleting a character from string x is cost x and from string y is cost y, right? So the cost of removing all the characters from a string is the same. So here the first example is where the input is x is a b c d is the first string and y string is a c b a c d b and cost x is 10 and cost y is 20. Here my output is 30, right? So similarly we are given an example 2. Here the output is 60. So let's understand how we can solve this question. So this is the first string which we are given, which is x, and this is y, and cost a is 10 and cost b is 20, right? So here the cost a is if I delete any character from string x, any character, so we have to pay a cost which is cost a, and if I delete any character from y to make identical, x and y to make identical, we have to delete it. But to delete a single character from any other string, we have to pay some amount that is cost A, cost B, right? Okay. So how we can solve this question? It's a very simple question, right? So to solve this question, the prerequisite is LCS. So what the meaning of LCS is? Longest common subsequence. I strongly recommend if any one of you don't know about it, right? So please first go through this question, longest common subsequence. After that it's very simple, right? I hope you know LCS problem now. So how we can solve this question? So if I solve the LCS, what's the common longest common subsequence between these two strings x and y? If you calculate this, what is it? A is matching, yes, it's matching. Let me write here. Now after that, C is matching. Yes, C is matching. And after that, D is matching. Yeah, D is matching. So if you clearly see, A, C, D is matching, right? It's a longest common subsequence. Now, if you see, one character from this is not matching and one character from this is not matching, right? If I delete that character, right, I'm simply good to go to solve this question, right? So the first step is find LCS. Second step is count the character left in both of the string. In both of the string. Suppose in first string, like my suppose it's let's suppose it's x1, right? It's x1. X1 is total character is 4 minus what's the LCS? 3. So we are left with 1, right? It means we have to delete that character. So what's the cost? Cost A, which is 10. Now let's solve for x2. Total character is 4. What's the LCS? 3. So we have to delete one character, right? To delete one character in cost in y string, we have to pay 20 rupees. So 20 into 1 is 20. So what's the addition of both? 20 plus 10, which is 30. So this is my answer. Now let's understand a bit of how we can calculate LCS now. I hope you understand the two approaches. Oh, sorry, please cut this. It's not approaches. I hope you understand these two steps now, right? Now let's understand how we can solve the LCS. Okay, so this is my strings. Now, my size here is n, which is 4, and m is 4. Now, how we can calculate? I'm just passing these two strings and its size, which is n and m. Okay, so the first step is if it's match, I am calculating from the last character, comparing the last character of it, d and b. If characters matches, we are add one because it's matching, it's common, and move forward one step, n minus 1, m minus 1, right? Else it's not match. In this case we have to take the maximum of either we are reducing one character from string x or y. It means max of f of n minus 1m, either n m minus 1. So this is the two-step problem, right? Here the third step is, which is a base case, we are comparing two string. If any of the string length is 0, it means we are not able to compare right now, so we return 0 in this case. So if n equal to 0 or m equal to 0, we have to return 0 in that case, right? So this is the base case. We are not able to compare when any of its length is 0, right? Now let's do the dry run of this. I hope you note down these 3 steps. Okay, now let's do the dry run. Okay, now initially we have a character A, B, C, D, and we are passing this, right? Now my main concern is in the last character. It's not matched, right? It means it's going to the second case where I am reducing one. Okay, this or A, B, C, D and A, C, D, right? Okay, now we have to solve this and we have to solve this, right? Let me copy paste to this side. Yeah, now it's better. Okay, now let's see. Let's solve this case first. In this case, it's match. Yes, it's match. So here we are adding one and my string become one decrease from the back. Now, in this case, it's match. Yes, it's match. 1 plus my string is AB, here A. Now here, B and B match. No, it's not match. It's go to the second case, which is max of A or AB is there and here we have 0. In this case, it's a base case. My string length is 0, right? So we are returning 0. In this case, if you see, it's match. It means 1 plus 0 and 0. Both are 0 and we are not comparing right now and returning 0 in that case, right? So we have 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. So I am returning that to the uppercase, which is 1, right? Here, if you see 1 and 0, what's the max? 1 is the max. I am returning 1 to the upper function, parent function. Here we have 1 plus this function, which is 1 right now. So I am returning 2 to this case. Here 1 plus 2, which is 3. I am returning 3 to this case, right? If you solve this case, left side, it's always less than 3, right? So I am returning 3 to the parent. So here if you see my LCS is 3, right? Okay. Now if my LCS is 3, let me write here my LCS. As I said you earlier, my LCS is 3. It means 3 characters are matching in both the cases, right? Which is A, C, D, right? A, C, D is matching. It means we have to delete one character, which is B here, B here. If you delete this, A, C, D, A, C, D, both are identical. We are deleting one from this. Here the cost is 10 plus. Here one character we are deleting in second string, cost is 20. So my output is 30. Minimal cost which is needed is 30, right? I hope you understand this. Let's code this now. So the first step is n is the size of string 1, which is x dot length, and m is y dot length. Okay. Now we are passing to the upper function. Let me create another function which is helper function where I'm passing string x, y, n and m, right? So let me write this first. String x, string y, n is the size length and m is the length. Okay. Now in this case we have to return or say that this is the LCS. Okay, let me store in the LCS a variable. Now the first step is it's a base case. If n equal to 0 or m equal to 0, we have to return, and in that case is 0, right? If last is matching, x of n minus 1 equal to y of m minus 1. If it's matching, we have to return 1 plus we are calling again this function till it's not completed, it's not out of bound, which is n minus 1 m minus 1, right? Else we have to return max of both. In the first case we are decrement the length of x, and in second function we are decrement the length of second string, right? We have to take the max of it and we have to return. But this case give you TLE because it's a recursion. We have to memorize it. So let me write here first memorize. As you see, the size is 1000. So we have to write here this size, right? And we have to initialize with -1. Okay. Now let me pass here memo function 1001, and here also it's same. Okay. Now the first thing is, in this case, if memo of n and m not equals to -1, it means we are already calculate. We have to return. We have to return here n and m, right? Else we have to store. Before returning, we have to store so that we can use it later. So let me create a rest variable, and it's not return right now. First of all, let's me store it, and after that we are returning it. N and m equal to x, right? So we have to pass here memo. Here also we have to pass this. Okay, yeah. Now we have LCS. It means three characters we have, three are matching. One and one is not matching. So let me write here x1, which is n minus LCS we have, and this is x2, which tell me how many character are left, m minus LCS, right? Now we have x1 and x2. So we have to return x1 into how many cost? Cost A is there plus x2 into cost of B, right? So we have to return this. So let's compile and check it's working fine or not. Okay, so here we are given an error. Okay, so it's not cost X is there and cost Y is there. Okay, now let's compile and check. Yeah, it's working fine. Let's submit and see it. Yeah, as you see, all the cases are passed. Now let's talk about time complexity. Time complexity very simple. Like LCS complexity is similar to this question. So complexity here is big of n into m, right? Because we are using here LCS approach, right? And what's the space? Same, n into m, where n is the size of first string and m is the size of second string, right? So hope you understand the solution and intuition. Thank you so much.